we were just talking about AI. We had a conversation here on the channel, and it was a conversation with myself, actually. It was myself talking to myself. It was very deep, introspective, immersive, all the things that make you say, wow, this man's really intelligent. Now we're going to be talking about AI in Star Citizen, the AI blades, all right, as they are referred to. Let's hear these awesome ideas from a friend of the channel, PhaseOne. Let's check this out.
In this video, I'm going to share with you a cool idea in which CIG can implement to really make ships awesome. Before we get into this video, I'd like to let y'all know that I'm doing a giveaway for the Drake Cutter. In order to participate, all you have to do is be subscribed and leave a comment in any video between now and the end of September.
I love Phase. I didn't realize Phase is Phase Jamaican. I love him, man. I love this. I love the fucking flow already, man. Rastafari, dude. I love this shit, dude. I want to go to Jamaica one day. I want to go to Jamaica and chill out one day.
Let's continue. All right, guys. So a friend of mine reached out to me a few days back and shared with me his ideas in terms of AI blades that CIG will in the future implement into ships. So now the idea of this is to make ships a lot more valuable and to encourage the player base to keep their ships alive for as long as possible. Okay, so if you like any part of this video, any part of this idea, please do me a favor and share this with other people.
It's cool. This
way CIG can notice this video and maybe implement some, if not all, of this idea. Let's get started. All right.
Okay. So we got a nice little 1-minute introduction. We got to see Phase. This is the first time I've seen him. I think this is the first time he's doing a video where he shows himself. It's cool, like a PhaseOne reveal here. And let's keep going. Let's see what's up.
The very first part of this idea, there's actually 6 parts of this, right? So the very first part here is AI blades needs to be like legendary items found in game and not sold in stores or web store. It can be earned from in-game factions, stolen, or traded between players. Point number 2 is each blade literally needs to be a dice roll, which gives you stat boosts across the board by a minimum of 5% to a maximum of 15% for your ship's stats like maneuverability, weapon capacitors, shield HP.
I'm on board so far.
Okay, so now let's continue Panda. Have into a good the day, third part. It says blades needs to have an archetype themselves. Some may be geared towards industrial that gives efficiency towards mining, refining, salvage, combat, exploration, or some can be dual archetypes giving combinations of the.
Oh, look at that brass gifted Panda. Thank you, brass. Thank you for the love and support, bro. Thank you so much, man.
2, but not as good as a single archetype, or some could be jack of all trades, master of none. I think this is a great idea in terms of getting specialized AI blades for your ship, if whether you have a mining or a salvage ship, or having a jack of all trades for the general purpose ships will be really good. So now it continues to be more interesting as we get into the 4th part. So the 4th part here says blades can earn more XP that boost their stats over time as they fly their ship and do activities that favor their archetype, reaching their ultimate 15% boost stats. So now this is what makes things interesting. So as long as you keep the same AI blade, your ship will continue to get better and learn as you continue to use it. So this means these stats will continue to get better and eventually making your ship a lot better than what it originally was. So now it's
like learning modules, you know.
It's getting a lot more interesting. So now let's look at the 5th part. It says keeping your ship alive, and even if damaged, motivating you to repair it will preserve the AI blade stats and continue to grow. So this idea of keeping this single AI blade in your ship to allow it to learn and grow and be essentially the heart or the soul of the ship is such a great idea, because it encourages players to want to keep their ship and bring a lot more importance to ships overall. Right now, players, we really don't care when something goes wrong with their ship. We just go and claim it but it will really intensify the importance of keeping your ship when you run into other players or you're fighting NPCs and there's a risk of losing your ship. It will really amplify the intensity of the fight and the will to want to keep your ship alive. Okay, so let's continue. It says also, if your ship is completely destroyed, the AI blade will survive like an airplane black box in the wreck, but once removed from the wreck, you will need a data runner ship to keep the blade alive for long duration, or it will die or explode after 1 hour. When ships get destroyed, the blade may lose stats up to 5%, but not lower than its base stats. When you recover a blade from a wrecked ship,
These
the
are
blade
all
will
wonderful
have
ideas.
bonus stats that will earn its boost stats back at a faster rate than a brand new blade. Obviously, the blades can be swapped from ship to ship, but there is a dice roll that could potentially lose small percentage of the boost stats.
Yeah, these are all wonderful ideas. Like, I'm totally down for these ideas. These are great. These are great ideas.
So the point is to keep the blade in its original ship for as long as possible.
Right.
But if it dies, it's worth going back to recover the blade, putting it into your reclaimed ship due to its own rarity, and boost the stats you have earned by flying the ship for as long as you did. There's two benefits with this, right? It encourages players to want to keep their ship alive for as long as possible.
Yeah, because essentially the modules, the blades are learning, and they're becoming the personality of your ship essentially. And you wouldn't want to make a decision that had negative consequences overall if in fact you're trying to buff up the AI blade, you know. So this is a wonderful idea. This just reinforces like Death of a Spaceman in a different way to Death of a Spaceship. You know, like this kind of like transfers all the qualities of Death of Spaceman to the ship as well. So you got like that double reinforcement of better be careful on the decisions you make because of the consequences, right? This actually might work better than Death of a Spaceman. Death of a Spaceship might actually be more reason for people to think about their decisions in the game than Death of a Spaceman, you know?
Encourages players, even if they lose their ship, to come back and try to get their blade. It adds more value to your ships or to the blade itself. It essentially will give you a reason to come back and fight for your ship. And also for those that are into combat, or whether they find a wrecked ship or whether they destroyed an NPC ship, they have something really interesting to go to that wreckage and find. So I also believe that there should be other things to loot from other ships, whether it's going to be resources, especially with the engineering gameplay. Resources you can extract from the ship to bring onto your ship, just for the survival mechanics. With Star Citizen Alpha 4.0 coming, there's going to be a certain level of survival in Star Citizen, I believe, especially for ships with engineering gameplay. So with that alone, you're going to be encouraged to go to the ship wreckages and see if you can find something interesting.
Yeah,
what will make things more interesting is to find the AI blade of that ship, and if it has good stats or not, or even you can just find it, extract it, and sell it to somebody that is looking.
I think what's even more important is that they're unique. So they'd be hard to find, they'd be scarce. They'd also, after finding them, would be unique in the fact that you could buff these in different ways. Each one would have its own criteria, its own levels, according to the variables that you put in each blade. And then you'd have to talk about how you'd have to pool that data and then somehow in an economic format, be able to sell it properly to give it an actual individual value. That would be the most important thing, to make sure that the AI blade could actually be individually valued based upon the variables of what makes the AI blade the AI blade. So that, you know, that's something that shouldn't be too hard to get off the ground. But I need more information about the economy first off. But I would definitely like these to have the ability to have custom pricing on these AI blades. And I would definitely like the pricing to be controlled by player population. I want to set the price on these AI blades. I don't want just a bland old, like, you know, marker for a number that like across all types of AI blades. I think what you need is some type of dynamic way to price these things, you know. Welcome back, Kiera.
It has a certain archetype that some people may be looking for, or if it has good stats.
What?
So
Kira said, I had to leave for a bit. The 75-inch TV upstairs broke and had to help bring it downstairs and put in the dumpster. Oh, no. Kira, I'm so sorry. You can't see me in 75-inch splendor? That is what we call a tragedy, which is a travesty and a tragedy combined. That is a tragedy. I'm so sorry, Kira. Seriously, though, that does suck.
So I think it's an awesome idea. So now the sixth part is, if the ship's components are its organs, the crew is the brain, then the AI needs to count as the soul of the ship.
Yeah,
Blades
it
need
would
to
be the
make
soul
your
of the
ship
ship.
feel alive, rare, unique, worth devotion, like the captain of the ship from our favorite shows like the Millennium Falcon, Firefly Serenity, Star Trek Enterprise, etc. This means it needs a personality and interact with the pilot and crew. Think of HCC voice attack that can hear and respond to commands, but the voice is unique to your ship. That is an awesome an AI blade that you can interact with in game, that helps you. That is the soul of the ship. It essentially becomes the ship, and it will encourage players to always want to keep the ship alive. Encourage players to maintain the ship, keep the ship.
And I can hear screams. I can hear screams of people saying feature creep. And you know what? This entire project has been feature creep, and I'm happy for it. Like, let new ideas come in, let them work on it. Let them keep working on it. But DG, this is going to look so old by the time it's done. I mean, does it look old now? Not to me. Looks pretty fresh, looks pretty good to me. Character modeling looks wonderful. Environments look wonderful. Let them keep creating. Let them keep going. I know people get so upset when I say things like this, you know? Like, oh my God, this feature creep, all these new ideas, it's just going to delay the project that much further. The only thing we're waiting on really is dynamic server meshing to function exactly how we want it to function. All the other stuff is noise and window dressing. This would be a nice little piece here. This would be a nice little piece of window dressing that would make people much more attached to their ship, which frankly is a big portion of the game, the attachment of the player to the ship. So having the AI actually be the personification of the personality of your ship, and to be able to put a value on that. That's key. That's a really key ingredient to keep people playing the game. Pretty awesome ideas here. Pretty awesome ideas.
In its best shape, and that is, I think, an awesome idea. You guys let me know. Do you guys think this is a great idea? Let me know in the comments down below. Share it with your friends. Hopefully somebody from CIG sees this. They can take all of this idea, some of it, but as long as they encourage us to want to keep our ships through AI blades, will be an awesome thing to see in the PU. Before I let you go, I'd like to let y'all know that my organization, PhaseOne Industries, is now recruiting new and veteran players. If you're interested, you can find our Discord in the description down below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe.
Love Phase.
I'll catch you on the next one.
Cool dude. Cool dude. Friend of the channel. And apologies if you're not Jamaican, bro. Just love the accent. Love the vibes you're giving on this one, dude. Looks like he has actually showed himself on other videos before. I dig the way he's putting out his content. He continues to upgrade his level of content, and you know that's professional. So highly endorse Phase. I'm pretty sure I'm actually subscribed to the gentleman. Yes, I am. If you are not, go there right now. Tell him you're from DG360. This is what we do. I love to be an aggregator, man. Find new channels. If you're into Star Citizen, I would definitely get on board with PhaseOne. He is, I think, just a quality human being.